Hare Krishna.
Om Vishnu Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Govindam Hari Purusham Amaham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Amaham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Amaham Bhajami Enam Kanam Samaravindanayatam Namatam Samasitam Buddhasundaram Kandar Patom Vidamandiram Visheshasubham Govindam Hari Purusham Amaham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Amaham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Amaham Bhajami Anandiyam Sasakalem Priya Priti Manti Vasyantitam Vikayanti Shiradanti Ananda Simaya Sadhu Dara Vikrahasna Govindam Hari Purusham Amaham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Amaham Bhajami Govindam Hari Purusham Amaham Bhajami
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Copa combinazione con la rada con la dilico vedanti. Maya vedanti. Namanati. Namari viti. Muna viti. Lasi viti. Bhakti viti. All glory is to the Samgati. All glory is to the Samgati. All glory is to the Samgati. Goda Premananda. All glory is to Sri Guru Sri Gaudam Bhagwan Sri Prabhupada. Attachment to those people, perfection feels always like. He opens my heart, puts my heart in transcendental knowledge. He is our Lord, birth after birth. From him ecstatic prayer emanates, reviving ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual masters in the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor and lower classes of the devotees, all mastering mercy around us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. May your fame be spread all over the three worlds. We take shelter of your Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayoram Amadava Kunjabihari Jayoram Amadava Kunjabihari Jana Vallabha Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 9, verse 19. Nashtabesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistitya Nadayanam Namaskritya Devim Saraswati Devim Saraswati Yasam Tachodayam Buddhirane Actually, Narayanam Namaskritya goes first, then Namaskritya. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So, you have this verse on your phone. Tam Priyamanam Tam Pastitam Kavim Tam Priyamanam Tam Kavim Raja Visarge Nitya Sasanadhanam Raja Visarge Nitya Sasanadhanam Papasa Ishat Smita Joshita Gira Papasa Ishat Smita Joshita Gira Priyam Priyam Prita Maha Kale Prisham Priya Priyam Prita Mana Kale Prisham Tam Priyamanam Samupasitam Kavim 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 Raja Visargini Jasasanaranam 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 Papasa Ishat Smita Sochi Shagira 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 Priya Priyam Pritamana Kare Prisham Priyam Priyam Pritamana Kare Prisham Priya Priyam Pritamana Kare Prisham Priyam Priyam Pritamana Kare Prisham Tam Priyamanam Samupasitam Kavim Tam Priyamanam Samupasitam Kavim Raja Visarge Nitya Sasanaranam Raja Visarge Nitya Sasanaranam Papasa Ishat Smita Sochi Shagira Papasa Ishat Smita Sochi Shagira Priya Priyam Prita Manakare Prisham Priya Priyam Prita Manakare Prisham. Next. Please, any gentleman, first gentleman. Tam Priyamanam Samupasitam Kavim Tam Priyamanam Samupasitam Kavim Raja Visarge Jasasanaranam Raja Visarge Jasasanaranam Abhasa Isasmita Sochi Sagira Abhasa Isasmita Sochi Sagira Priya Priyam Pritamana Kare Prisham. Yes, more gentlemen. Tam Priyamanam Samupasitam Kavim Tam Priyamanam Samupasitam Kavim Raja Visarge Nija Sasanarhanam Raja Visarge Nija Sasanarhanam Babasa Isat Smita Shochita Gira Babasa Isat Smita Shochita Gira Priya Priyam Prita Mana Kare Sprisham Priya Priyam Prita Mana Kare Sprisham. Ladies,
Tam Priyamanam Samupasitam Kavim
Tam Priyamanam Samupasitam Kavim
Raja Visarge
Tom failed.
Priyamanam Samupasitam
Tam Priyamalam Samupasitam Kalim Rajalisargini Jasasanadhanam Vapasalishat Smita Shotishagira Priya Priyam Pritamana Kares Visham. Molly.
Maybe I'll try that second verse. Hope it will not be lost. Tam Priyamanam Samupastitam Kavim
Tam Priyamalam Samupastitam Kavim
Rajavisargini Jashasanadhanam
Rajalisargini Jasasanadhanam Vapasalishat Smita Shotishagira Priya Priyam Pritamana Kares Visham. Thank you very much. Tam unto Lord Brahma, Priyamanam, worthy of being dear. Samupastitam, present before. Kavim, the great scholar. Raja, living entities. Isage, in the matter of creation. Nija, his own. Sasana, control. Adhanam, just suitable. Babashe, rest. Ishat, mild. Smita, smiling. Shotisha, with enlightening. Ira, words. Priya, the beloved. Priyam, the counterpart of love. Pritamana, being very much pleased. Kare, by the hand. Sprishan, shaking. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. And seeing Brahma present before him, the Lord accepted him as worthy to create living beings, to be controlled as he desired, and thus being much satisfied with him, the Lord, smiling, addressed him thus. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The creation of the material world is not blind or accidental. The living entities who are ever conditioned or nityabada are thus given a chance for liberation under the guidance of his own representative like Brahma. The Lord instructs Brahma in Vedic knowledge in order to diffuse this knowledge to the conditioned souls. The conditioned souls are forgetful souls in their relationship with the Lord, and thus the period of creation and the process of dissemination of Vedic knowledge are necessary activities of the Lord. Lord Brahma has a great responsibility in delivering the conditioned souls, and therefore he is very dear to the Lord. Brahma also does his duty very perfectly, not only by generating the living entities, but also by spreading his party for reclaiming the fallen souls. The party is called the Brahma Sampradaya, and any member of this party today is naturally engaged in reclaiming the fallen souls back to Godhead, back home. The Lord is very much anxious to get back his parts and parcels, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita. No one is more dear than the task of reclaiming the fallen souls back to Godhead. There are many renegades from the Brahma Sampradaya whose only business is to make men more forgetful of the Lord and thus entangle them more and more in material existence. Such persons are never dear to the Lord, and the Lord sends them deeper into the darkest region of matter, so that such envious demons may not be able to know the supreme law. Anyone, however, preaching the mission of the Lord in the line of the Brahmas and Pradaya is always dear to the Lord, and the Lord, being satisfied with such a preacher of the authorized bhakti college, shakes hands with him in great satisfaction. Namaste Saraswati Gauravani I repeat the verse. And seeing Brahman present before him, the Lord accepted him as worthy to create living beings, to be controlled as he desired, and thus being much satisfied with him, the Lord shook hands with Brahma and slightly smiling, addressed him thus. Hare Krishna. So, I thank you very much for giving me this seat of honor this morning. And I'm very happy to be there with so many godbrothers of mine we haven't seen for many, many years. And here in this verse, we have one word mentioned, Smita. So this alludes to my dear godbrother, Smita Krishna. You all knew that Smita Krishna means the smile of Lord Krishna. You knew that? Yeah, you probably know. So now we know where Srila Prabhupada took this word from, this name from. It is exactly from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 9, verse 19. Because here we hear that the Lord is satisfied with the austerities that Brahma had performed, and also with his humble submission to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Brahma was born on this lotus flower. There was nothing else but him only and that lotus flower. And Brahma wanted to find out his origin. Like when you're somewhere lost in Sweden, for me, well, I've not been in Sweden in 20 years. You want to find out where to go, where you come from, and where's the next Hare Krishna temple. So you turn on Google Maps, right? And you get the blue dot, and you say, I want to go to Almviks Gård. Tells you the way to go. So Brahma also was in a similar situation. He was all lost there on this lotus flower. He had just popped out of the lotus flower. He's called Aja or unborn. He has no mother and no father. He's unborn. He's just there. He's the first created living entity of the universe, and he is produced by the energies of Lord Vishnu. And he's, after Mahavishnu has glanced over the Mahatattva, then the first living entities entered material bodies or entered the material energy. And Lord Brahma is actually the first living entity ever created with a material body. So how this happened is a great mystery. It's by transformation of the Lord's energy, Parasya Shakti Vivideva Shruyati. The Supreme Lord has many, many energies, and they always transform. Krishna is there originally in Goloka Vrindavan, and we are sitting, as conditioned souls, we are sitting in the middle of the material energy. So how does it get from Goloka Vrindavan to the material energy? That is a great mystery. Scientists are questioning, they never find the origin, because they go the ascending path. They want to conclude from what they see. They see the material elements, they do research into the material elements, into the interaction of the different chemicals, and in this way they make conclusions, and ultimately they only end it in the theory of a Big Bang. Big Bang means somewhere something exploded. And in this explosion, matter was thrown all over the place, and gradually it transformed into animals,
planets, animals, plants, human being, by chance. That's the evolutionary theory starts with a Big Bang, with an explosion. So we all understand if there's an explosion somewhere, say somebody, somewhere a bomb explodes, then things get thrown all over the place, haphazardly. There's no organization. It's all destructive, actually. There was a chunk, but if it explodes, there's nothing left of it, nothing much left. Maybe the parts of the chunk that get distributed all over gradually deteriorate, or they may disassemble, like the body when it does, when the soul leaves the body, the different chemicals they distribute all over the place. But there will not be any order that we cannot observe. Okay, that's one thing. Another question: if somewhere a bomb explodes, what is the first question that the police ask? You have had this in Sweden? Some terrorists throwing bombs?
Who set off the bomb?
Who? Yeah, exactly. Who set off the bomb, or who threw the bomb, or who placed the bomb in this place? Who made this place and who made the bomb explode? That's the intelligent question. If somebody puts a grenade into a garbage bin and the garbage bin explodes, the first question will not be, where did the pieces of paper fall? Where did all the garbage fall? First question is, who put the grenade in the garbage bin? That's the intelligent question. So the scientists, they have not really, they cannot answer this question. Who made the primordial matter evolve, or say explode, or evolve, expand? They are not asking this question. And Srimad Bhagavatam is giving the answer why that is so. Says even if you count all the atoms in the universe, you will not be able to find out the origin of the material world, who is actually Lord Krishna. So therefore they are always bound in this material conception. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita 7:15 also explained that there are four types of people who will never surrender to him. Four types of people. Those are enumerated in Mutas, the Naradamas, the Maya Paritagyanas, and the Asurasram Bhavam Ashritas. Mudas are foolish asses, those people who never think. Then the hard workers who only work for their own pleasures. Then it's the Naradamas, called the lowest of mankind. Prabhupada explained what is this type of person, lowest of mankind. They are the ones who may have very evolved material culture, interested in so many things, science and culture, but never question into the absolute truth, never ask, who am I, or who is God? And then there's the Maya Paritagyanas, people who have a lot of knowledge, but whose knowledge is stolen away by illusion. And then these Asuram Bhavam Ashrita, or those who have taken shelter in the demonic nature of demons. These people will never surrender to Krishna. Many places Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks about people who will not surrender to him. He says, for example, fools deride me when I descend in this human form. The fools will think Krishna is an ordinary living entity. Or some may also think that Krishna is come, but he is a Brahman, impersonal Brahman, which has temporarily accepted the material body. Those are called Mayavadis, the material body made of material energy or Maya. So there are different, then in 16th chapter we have the description of the demons. Uh, they think that the cause of everything is lust. The Big Bang actually is a transformation of lust, if you see it in a philosophical perspective. Everything, lust rules everything. Or money rules the world. That's the demonic view. And they are motivated by false ego and materialistic ambition, the mode of passion, and so on. So such people, Krishna does not reveal himself. And even if they are advanced in philosophy, they will not understand it. This is the term Maya Yapalita Jnana. Their high knowledge has been taken away by the illusory energy. Krishna explains how to come to him. Tato man tatato vyapavishati tat anantara. He says, if you want to know me in truth, then you have to become a devotee of mine. He says, only by devotional service can I be known as I am, standing before you, Arjuna. Krishna is addressing Arjuna. So only by devotion we can transcend. Even also if people choose to approach, try to understand the impersonal Brahma, by bhakti yoga, one will actually transcend the material modes of nature and come to the Brahman understanding. And from the Brahman understanding, one is then able to perform devotional service to Krishna. Actually, a true devotee, he is acting beyond the three modes of material nature. He has already achieved the Brahman, and he is striving to realize the Supreme Brahman, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So this is what we are talking about. Srila Prabhupada explained to us that we are all in the beginning, we are always, but are we beginners? Kanishta. You know what this word Kanishta means? Little faith. Nishta means faith, and Ka means not much of it, or little faith. Only scarce faith. But from devotees with only little faith, we should advance to the stage of a devotee with full faith. And this full faith is already available on the second platform, on the so-called Madhyamādhikari platform. There is already full faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And the Madhyamādhikari, even if sometimes he may be philosophically defeated because he is not so strong in scripture, just because of his full faith that he has in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he will not fall down from the devotional path. He will stay undisturbed. This is very important. There are many dangers that a devotee is encountering in this material world. So many, like the story of Godfather Yogendra Prabhu. He was invited to his parents in the US, and then at the airport he was picked up by a deprogramming association. They had actually enticed him to come back to America to meet his parents. He said, yeah, why not meet his parents? Then he was at the airport, he was picked up by representatives of a deprogramming association. And they tried to deprogram him. Convince him that the Krishna conscious way of life is not his way of life. Did I get this right? I was told this yesterday, I heard it before. So they were trying to talk to him and do all kinds of things, but Yogendra is all nonsense. Sorry, gentlemen, what you're saying is all nonsense. So he returned to Sweden. But his wife stayed in America, right? That's what a Swedish wife stayed. But we don't want to go into all the details. He returned to Almviks Gård now, he is in Haparanga. You should spend more time with Yoginda. Those of you who don't know Yoginda, spend some time with him. He's got some interesting stories to tell. So, but Madhyam Adhikari, somebody who has full faith in Krishna, he will not be deterred by any circumstance. Even, of course, more to achieve, more to learn in Krishna consciousness, very few will be able to become Uttama Adhikaris, or even devotees on the highest platform. Uttama means the utmost. Utmost Adhikari means actually empowerment. He's got the utmost empowerment to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Like we have Srila Prabhupada, he's got this utmost empowerment from Sri Krishna himself to be able to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Prabhupada encouraged us to at least come to the level of Madhyam Adhikari and transcend the modes of material nature, develop strong faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And there is a reason for this. See, the reason we hear here in this chapter, Canto 2, chapter 9, this is the idea of the Sampradaya, the idea of the Guru Parampara, of the disciplic succession, to spread devotional service. Why did Krishna reveal himself, show himself to Lord Brahma in this chapter? Why? He was pleased by Brahma's austerities and his humble attitude, and by Brahma wanting to know how he could perform devotional service and not become perturbed, even when he was doing the complicated work of creation. So the Lord was pleased to Lord Brahma, and Brahma first, after his meditation, first saw the transcendental Vaikuntha world. The Vaikuntha world is described here in a few verses, how there are airplanes and how he associates the inhabitants of Vaikuntha have the same form as Lord Vishnu. Sarupya, Mukti, they are also four-handed, just like Vishnu is also four-handed in Vaikuntha. So Lord Brahma could see that. Then in the middle of the Vaikuntha world, Lord Brahma could see Lord Vishnu sitting on a jeweled throne. And then here in this verse, he is approaching Lord Vishnu in this humble attitude. And Lord Vishnu is shaking hands with Lord Brahma. Can you imagine he's shaking hands? Sitting on the throne, he's shaking hands with Lord Brahma. Generally, we say, or we understand, what we learned is that in Vaikuntha there is the mood of awe and reverence. And there is the story of Kumar in the Bhagavata. Bhagavata. What?
Brihat Bhagavatam.
Yeah, Brihat Bhagavatam. The story of Kumar, and he traveled to so many places in the universe, to the higher planets, and he always thought there must be something higher. And they even went to Vaikuntha. He was there in Vaikuntha, and there he saw Lord Vishnu amongst all the Vaikuntha inhabitants. He saw Lord Vishnu. And he was so much in love with Lord Vishnu, he wanted to run to Lord Vishnu and embrace him. The other inhabitants of Vaikuntha stopped him. He said, "Oh Kumar, you can't do this here. You can't embrace the king. You can't, it's not possible." So Kumar thought there must be something more confidential even than living in Vaikuntha. Of course, we know that is Golokanadam, where the worship is devoid of any formality, and you can play with Krishna, you can wrestle with Krishna, you can eat lunch with Krishna, so many things. This is completely informal. But in Vaikuntha, still there is this mood of worshiping. It's formal. This is why in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, the goal is not to attain Vaikuntha, but it is to attain Goloka Vrindavan. Anyway, Vaikuntha is also nice. Go to Vaikuntha, Gaudiya Vaishnava. Yes, very good. So we can stay there. There are 4 types of liberation which are allowed for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. One is called Sarupya Mukti. You can have the same form as God, as Vishnu. You can be forearmed. Then it's Salokya. You stay on the same planet as the Supreme Personality of God. Fine. Supreme Personality of God is your neighbor. You take the airplane or a train, he's on the same planet. On the travel. Salokya, then it is called Samipya, actually being a personal associate of the Lord. It's even you are a personal associate of the Lord. He handed him his pen when he wants to write something, pen, personal associate. He and his staff, on his staff members, so Supreme Personality of God. Samipya. That's great. I mean, isn't it nice? That's a valid Vaishnava relation. And then Sharsti. Sharsti means you enjoy the same riches as the Supreme Personality of God. Very attractive. Joy. You're living in the Lord's palace. Maybe you're only polishing the gems, but you enjoy in the Vaikuntha, there are Sahasra Lakshmi, there are thousands and thousands of Lakshmis, and they are doing nothing else but polishing the walls of the Lord's palaces. They're all made of Chintamani jewels, a little different from sweeping the temple floor. Polish the gems in the Lord's palace. So, there's one type of liberation that is the Vaishnavas do not desire. It's called Sayujya. Sayujya means become one with God. Horrible, terrible, disgusting for a Vaishnava. Disgusting. But it's also called liberation because Krishna is explained in first canto Bhagavatam, Iti Samsakala Ponsam, Krishna's tu Bhagavan Swayam. Then Brahmeti Paramatmeti Bhagavan iti Satyate. That learned transcendentalists, they know the supreme absolute truth in 3 features. That is Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. So which feature do we want to attain? Of course, Supreme Personality of God, which is called Bhagavan. He has all opulences, everything belongs to him. Then the second feature is Paramatma, the Lord in everyone's heart. Those are mostly typically being approached by the yogis. Paramatma, they typically meditate on Paramatma. Also, it's described in Bhagavatam. Some yogis also meditate on the Paramatma. Others even on the Supreme Personality of God, but typically Paramatma is for the yogis. Then Brahman. This is for the Jnanis, the speculators. Their goal is the Supreme Brahman, only one energy. They will understand everything is spiritual, it's not material. That's good. So even those are called transcendentalists, they strive for this Sayujya Mukti or becoming one with the Brahman. For Vaishnava, this is disgusting. It is also a type of liberation, but a type of liberation the devotees of the Lord are not interested in. They at least want to stay on the same planet as the Lord. And then, of course, we have Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and very pure devotees who are not at all interested in any type of liberation. They only want to serve the Lord wherever they are. But that's for very advanced souls. They want to serve more life after life, wherever they are. So Srila Prabhupada said that one mistake his disciples had. He probably had pointed out different mistakes, but at one time he said, they have one mistake, one big mistake, and that is they are not afraid of Maya. They're not enough afraid of Maya. They get deluded by the material energy. They say, yeah, temple life is very strict, but ultimately pure devotional service is beyond any rules and regulations restricted or anything. And actually everything is Krishna. You're right. Maya is also Krishna, but she's Krishna's backside, not Krishna's front side. And Srila Vyasadeva saw the absolute truth. He saw that the absolute truth, but backside of the absolute truth there was the material energy. So that's its backside. So if you want to communicate with the person, which side of him will you address? Will you talk to him from the backside? If somebody addresses me from the backside, then I become kind of, oh, who's this? I can't see him. Little shocked. Okay, to turn around. But somebody addresses me from the front side, and it's very friendly relationship. You know, oh, we have some person who's coming to talk to me about something, we have something to discuss, and even if he comes from the back side, if he wants to talk to me, coming to my front side, oh, I have to turn around. So Maya is the backside of the Lord, and it's not so enjoyable, it's the shadow energy of the Lord. So Prabhupada said people are not enough afraid of this shadow energy of the Lord. That's why they usually get diverted. So we have, as devotees of Krishna, we always have to have the front side of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in mind, and we have to approach him from the front side. And through specific channels, and those channels is the disciplic succession, the Guru Parampara, the Sampradaya. Evam Parampara Praptani Namorakashani Vidu Sakarayana Mahata Yoga Nashta Parantapa, the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna explains that in the beginning he gave this knowledge to the disciplic succession of the saintly kings. Imam Raja Shayu Vidu, the Raja Rishis, gave this knowledge to the disciplic succession of the saintly kings. And the beginning of the disciplic succession is being described here, in this very chapter. How Vishnu gave the knowledge to Brahma. And then, in this very chapter, verses 32 and 36, we get the Chatu Shloki Bhagavatam. That means Lord Vishnu gave the Bhagavatam to Lord Brahma in only 4 verses. That's 2:9:32 through 36. And then it is described later in the same chapter that Brahma gave the same knowledge to his favorite son. Who is Brahma's favorite son? It's Narada Muni. Yeah. He had 3 favorite sons. It was Narada Muni, Daksha, and 4 Kumaras. Okay, the 4 Kumaras before. So those are his favorite sons. And he gave the knowledge about jnana, the goal of Brahman realization to the 4 Kumaras. and he gave we know the story later, he became Bhakta too, but we begin to young. Then the karma kanda, or how to enjoy in this material world, he gave to Daksha. So if anybody wants to enjoy this world, he should study the karma kanda. Because enjoying this material world is not easy. If you try to enjoy it, most people fail in the attempt of enjoying this material world. Why? They don't know the rules of enjoyment. This material world is governed by certain rules, all given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dhamma Sakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. Religion can only be given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, if you want to enjoy, you follow certain rules and you will enjoy. And that's called the Karma Kanda. It is even explained in the Bhagavad Gita that the beginning the Lord sent forth generations, and he said, you follow these sacrifices, you will enjoy. You will have plenty of everything. So it means you do certain yagyas, rituals to worship the demigods, actually, and then prosperity will reign. So this part of knowledge, karma kanda knowledge, he gave to Daksha. You've heard of Daksha? He is not always his life isn't so easy either, because as Srila Prabhupada explains, even on the royal road, you may have accidents. Like the Swedish roads are very safe, but still there are accidents. Best chance of enjoyment is if you follow karma kanda. Otherwise, if you just throw yourself into the ocean of the material life, chances are, rather than enjoying, there will be more suffering. But the upasana kanda, or the knowledge of bhakti, the whole entire process of devotional service, is he gave to Narada Muni, his favorite son. And what is Narada Muni doing? He doesn't do anything else but spread this bhakti, knowledge of bhakti in devotional service, practice of devotional service, everywhere. Even to the demons. We read in Janmashtami, we read Krishna. Narada Muni is interfering in Krishna's pastimes also. Hope you all, everybody goes there. But he doesn't do anything but spread the knowledge of Bhakti. Narada Muni, Bhajana Vida, Bhajana Radhika Rama Nami. Travels around playing his Veena and chanting the names of Radhika Rama of Krishna. This is what he's doing. He's always helping the Lord, pastime. Always only being with the Lord. He's Lord Brahma's favorite son. And this is why Brahma gave the Bhagavatam to Narada Muni. And later, Narada Muni gave the same Bhagavatam to Srila Vyasa, his disciple. And Vyasadeva expanded it to more than 18,000 slokas, 18,000 verses. It is from these 4 verses, it gradually became expanded to more than 18,000 verses. And it is said that on the higher planets, there are even longer editions of Bhagavatam, with hundreds of thousands of verses. Then we know that on this planet, Vyasadeva was the one who composed the Bhagavatam, but the story of the Bhagavatam consists of the questions of Parikshit Maharaj to Shukadev Goswami on the bank of the Ganges, and Shukadev Goswami's answers, and it is when this dialogue is repeated to the sages of Naimisharanya by Sutta Goswami, who was one of the listeners to Shukadev Goswami when he spoke to Maharaj Parikshit. When we study the Bhagavatam, there are also questions of the sages to Sutta Goswami. He relates other discourses, how other devotees have asked. For example, Vidura and Maitreya, what their discussions, and what happened. So many, all the Puranas are actually also summarized in the Srimad Bhagavatam. That was called the Amalam Purana, or the most pure, most evolved Purana in the Srimad Bhagavatam. But the origin is the 4 verses that Vishnu gave to Brahma after his mature meditation. So then we have the cyclic succession from Vyasa. We ourselves with Brahma, Vyasa, Madhva, Gaudiya Sampradaya. One famous beside Madhvacharya in the 12th century. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took one spiritual master who came from Madhva, Ishvara Puri. He was in this Madhva Sampradaya. And officially he aligned his teachings to this Madhva Sampradaya. One reason is they are very good at deity worship. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu liked the way they worship the deity. And then it descended down to Srila Prabhupada and to the present spiritual masters. So, one thing I wanted to say, not so much time left anymore, but Srila Prabhupada always made it a point, wanted to make us members of this old Brahma, Vyasa, Madhva, Gaudiya Sampradaya. He wanted us to be bona fide members of this cyclic succession. He came to the West with that intention. It was quite daring. It was only possible because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had sown the seed that anybody, any living entity can become a devotee of Krishna, no matter what your background is. If you're a man, woman, if you're white, black, yellow, or brown, if you're Indian or whatever. They are all servants of Krishna. This was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's reform of the Sanatana religion. And so Prabhupada said, yeah, right, in the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I go all over the world, I preach this bhakti program, and they all become bona fide members of our Gaudiya Madhva Sampradaya. Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Bona fide members. There are many other teachers who came to the West, but they don't claim, for example, that their followers in the West are members of the Sampradaya. I quote one person, Ravi Shankar. He says, I'm a Hindu. Hindu meaning, of course, that's what Hindu means. I'm Sanatan Dharmi, I'm Hindu, but my disciples are not. They may perform yoga postures, but they are not allowed to do puja. And Hinduism as a religion is gradually opening up to foreigners also. And it started with the Hare Krishna movement. Still you find Hindus or Indians say, well, if you are born in the West, if you have white skin, if you are Swedish, you cannot become Vaishnava. Orthodox Hindus. And they're becoming less and less. Actually, our temples are very much recognized also by other Hindu organizations and societies, and many Hindus come to our temples for worship. But Prabhupada's intention was to make us bona fide members of the Brahma Sampradaya. So, I wanted to end here, and maybe there are some questions you may have. Very complicated subject matter. Yes,
The disciplic succession described in Bhagavatam with Brahma, Vyasa, Narada is different from the one in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says that he teaches Vivashvan and then Ikshvaku and this.
Yeah.
So how does that, if you have some answer?
Good. Right. Yeah, and Bhagavad Gita says that Arjuna became the first link of the newly established disciplic succession, newly established by Krishna. Sakalinana Yoganashta Mahata Yoganashta Paratapa. Krishna explained that the disciplic succession, by the influence of time, became broken, became lost. Yoganashta. And he said in the next verse, now I'm explaining the same science to you because you're my dear devotee and friend. So he wanted to renew this knowledge which had been forgotten at that time, according to Krishna, even 5,000 years ago when Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. And he made Arjuna the first recipient of this same old knowledge for the age to come, which was to be the Kali Yuga, because Krishna spoke at the end of Bhagavad Gita. So first Vivashvan, then his son Vaivashvatamanu, for this present Manipara. Then Ikshvaku, and Ikshvaku is the first king on this earth. And from there it went into the Sun dynasty. Lord Ramachandra, for example, appeared in the Sun dynasty. Starting from Vivashvan, the Sun god. But gradually knowledge got lost. So Arjuna, yeah. Okay. So is this also the same sampradaya as we have? Brahma, Matma, Gaudiya sampradaya. Arjuna, as far as we know, did not give philosophical discourses or accept disciples. He was a Chandra. He didn't preach, he acted for Krishna. So, then the Bhagavad Gita, who wrote down Bhagavad Gita? Srila Vyasa. And where did he know what happened on the battlefield of Kurukshetra? From his disciple Sanjaya, whom he had given this vision. Sanjaya wasn't on the battlefield. Sanjaya was sitting with Dhritarashtra in the palace, but he could see by the mystic vision he had given by Vyasadeva what was happening. So Srila Vyasadeva was the predominant spiritual master at that time, of Mahabharata. You can read all over Mahabharata, and Srila Vyasadeva was the predominant acharya. So it all happened in this disciplic succession. You see? Yeah. Yes. Yes. So yes.
No, can I comment also the same question?
Yes.
Because I have heard that that's the secret succession that was broken, that was between the Kshatriya kings.
Yes.
So it was like that knowledge was given from the Kshatriyas to the Kshatriyas, and what was broken was not the Brahma Sampradaya. That was never broken.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Good. Thank you. Yes.
What is the purpose of meditating on the super soul? What do yogis get out of it?
Yeah, the super soul is Krishna. Krishna is Krishna. You can look at these paintings, like take Manalaya's painting from there. This is Vishnu. Different forms. But, Krishna is also Vishnu. We say there's no difference between Krishna and Vishnu. But one meditates on the super soul, he realizes more Kshirodaksha Vishnu, or Vishnu lying on the ocean of milk. He's not different from Jagadaksha Vishnu or even Mahavishnu. They're called Purusha avatars, the expanders of Krishna or Vishnu. And whomever Vishnu you worship is ultimately, in one sense, the same. But if you worship only Paramatma, then you are interested in how God pervades the universe, and also how he resides in the milk ocean, which is very similar to Vaikuntha.
But is it any interaction with the yogi and the Paramatma?
Yeah, the yoga path, it's full God realization is there. You can realize Paramatma, God, and realize Atma, all the future. But on the yoga path, there are many distractions. We call mystic powers. Why? Because yogis do not want to go to God directly. On the way to God, they want to enjoy mystic powers. Travel to the universe and so on.
And some people just say that this mystic power is like diversion, and they know it's like diversion, they don't want it. So, but
Now, if they don't want this, then they should go follow another path. They should follow bhakti path. And same with karma yogis. The ultimate goal is also God realization. But they want to enjoy the fruits of the work on the way. You know? Like you want to go from Hamburg to Sweden, but I go by bicycle. Yeah, I want to stay in nice youth hostels. I want to enjoy nature and put up my tent, by lakesides and have some fun on the way, That the Bhakti Yoga is not interested in any fun or material fun on the way or any selfish fun. He wants to go directly to Krishna. Yeah. So yogis, they are, most of them do not know really about the Supreme Personality of God, especially these knowledge about Srimati Radharani, That is quite new. It's described in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita that is given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And ask any follower, Hindu, follower of Sanatana Dharma, very few know about Radha Krishna. Most of them haven't heard, But any type of God realization is very good.
another question is about creation. That's I was talking to a friend I forgot about. I read it. Does all the species come forth at once, or is it one after another?
Creation, we speak of simultaneous creation.
Yeah, in this world, does all the monkeys, man, and
It's all created simultaneously. So everything was there already, but not necessarily manifest. Prabhupada explains more like a blueprint. Like the plan for each and every living entity is already there from the beginning of creation, all simultaneously. That simultaneous, but different species may manifest in certain times and under certain circumstances in different places. So,
it's like Brahma creates one species after another. Like,
yeah, but the idea is there from the beginning.
yeah, but
Where they manifest, that depends on the conditions. Where and what they manifest depends on the conditions.
what was the vegetables before the human kind
Now, if you read the story of creation in the Bhagavatam, like Brahma didn't do everything himself. For example, there are the brothers of Kadama Muni, and they bore all the snakes at their children, for example. But the idea of snakes was there from the beginning. It's a reflection of the spirit of God. Only one wife all girls lady birth to all birds and fish and like this.
is it always in the same order? The fish comes first.
Well, that's no. Human beings, say human beings and fish, were created at the same time. The bodies, but the living entity first starts, many start very as bacteria, and gradually by the evolution of consciousness, they are given more evolved bodies. And the most evolved, they like if you go to a department store, say 10 years ago you didn't make much money, so you bought clothes. Bought only cheap clothes, cheap trousers. Yeah. But when you have more facility, you go for the more expensive clothes to get yourself suit, tie, according to the consciousness. And what according to what you deserve, conscious merits, the entity gets different types of body, which are already available. Yes.
We have to. The skin is very tight. We really have to.
Okay.
It's 10:30 already. Next program starts. We will need breakfast.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
I just have one question. Why is Prabhupada start?